Good morning. Yeah, we got a thumbs up. Nobody there yet. If you're there and it's not showing, just say a howdy so I know who you're at. Looks like it's the. Can't even see my watch. What is it? 23rd today. Yeah, I got one on there. Yeah, we got a couple more coming in. Say howdy so I know who's there if you could. Yeah, this was kind of a on the spur thing. I put a little short out saying I was going to do a live an hour or so ago. Thought I'd put something up to let you guys know what the heck's going on. We're here though, out of the Philippines, and I am happy as a log. That's for sure. Hey Barry, how you doing? Dean, hi. How you doing? Got a couple folks in there. Oh, it's just moving up. Hope everybody's doing pretty good today. We're doing great. Uh, it's amazing here. I titled this "The Little Things Are the Big Things." I'm not front form. I don't know what that means, Dean. But just amazing the little things. Like just sitting in this. I was waiting to start the live this morning, and I shut the fan off on the air conditioner, and I can actually hear the refrigerator cycling on and off. You never could hear that when I was in the Philippines. We had a big old refrigerator. You never heard it come on. You couldn't hear anything. It was so noisy. So no, I'm not having a hard time sleeping. We pretty much got the days and nights flipped around. Even the boy, he's still sleeping now. He was up a little bit, but I've always been an early riser. My entire life, I just wake up early, so I'm good. Now the other day we had to walk all the way to Laundromat. I had one of these big back sacks. I got these monstrously big back sacks. It's unbelievable how big they are. And I carried all the laundry down the laundromat. Plus, I had to buy some soap and the small bottles of soap, like the quart. The price was ridiculous. You know, it was almost as much as the gallon, so I got a gallon. So that was just more weight. And I'll tell you what, my boy and I got back from the laundromat, and the laundromats are different. I threw the my son was he was throwing the coloreds in the one washer, and I was throwing the whites in the other. Very quick. Cost us three for the one and $3.50 for the other. And then when I was doing the dryers, of course, I didn't put everything in one dryer and jam it full. I put it in two. There was plenty there. The shirts, the colored stuff, dried in 5 minutes. Just amazing how it got it dry. So we were folding that now that his jeans and stuff, along with the underdrawers, that took a little bit. We put another quarter in for another 5 minutes, and then they were dry. So we packed them up. We carried them back home. We got in. We got something to eat because we were really hungry, and took a hot shower. And both of us we crashed out. We crashed out for a couple hours. We were beat, uh, but I was amazed at the people at the laundromat how the one lady jammed the dryer so full, and we watched her while I was there put $4.50 in that machine, and her clothes still weren't dry. It was so packed. How can the clothes get some air? I use a couple machines, but we saw them doing the same with the washer. You know, loading the washer all up, uh, too full. I haven't been to a laundromat, my goodness, in 30 years. Last time I was at a laundromat was just to do quilts and stuff, you know, and rugs, things like that. But we had a pretty good day. We were out while we were walking. We found a place that had a kickball. You know, and around here they were. I'm seeing the one kickball here was $16.99. I said, little buddy, sorry, I can't buy that for that. That's ridiculous. So we were down at the store, walking past. I thought, let's take a look in here. Trying to maneuver with this monstrously big backsack on. We found a ball for $2.99, and then we got a frisbee for $1.99. And he's pretty good at throwing it. We were out throwing it yesterday. I tweaked my shoulder a little bit right here, so I thought, okay, I'll just have to throw left-handed and not hurt this thing. But this little guy's gonna he's gonna wear me out. There's no doubt about it. He's kicking my butt. I threw the football and I used muscles I haven't used in years. And he's really good at throwing the football. We had a lot of fun. My daughter came up, and she's 6'2", big girl. She'd be a Jolly Green in the Philippines. But guys, I'm telling you the truth. I am so happy to be out of there. You know, I was driving on the passenger seat with my brother. We saw a car coming up to the right, and I was thinking, in my mind, you know, speed up, because he's just going to come out. And they don't do that here. You know, they just don't. People don't go into the intersection when you're in the crosswalk. I like it here. You push the buttons and the light changes pretty quickly. And we've got a lot of stores here. And the other thing that was just a breeze, opening a bank account in the Philippines, you might as well go to Hoopville and start jumping, because it's just a nightmare to get bank accounts opened. Here, I went in, said I'd like to open up a bank account. Yeah, sure, what kind do you want? He showed me a thing with all the bank accounts, checking and debit. And then I said, how much do I need to give you a day? He says, nothing, you're going to do direct deposit. So I was like, okay, cool. So we set up the direct deposit, and going pretty good. Everything seems to be going smoothly. We're still not set to move in until the 1st. So we still got 8-9 days to go, and we're kind of in limbo here, but we're eating good. One of the little things that I missed in the Philippines and just could not find even at S&R was cottage cheese. I bought a big quart of that, and Maddie doesn't like it, but that's, you know, I put pepper on top and just skim the top off and have some later. We've been getting pretty good food. We got some Jimmy Dean sausage. That was great. Maddie loves it. Let's see, my show from, hey Gilbert, how you doing? Okay, I don't know what happened here. These thing messages, it's funny how they come through. They pop in and then they disappear real quick within seconds. So sorry about that. But yeah, it's going pretty good. I'm not having too much trouble. Hey John, how you doing? We'll see, John. Not sure. I'm gonna keep off of that. No need for it. I got my little Matty here. He's loving it. He really loves this country. It's nice when you walk down the road and you're not dodging dog poop. We've seen a lot of people walking their dogs, and everybody, bar none, had pooper scoopers. And Maddie was really shocked at how many big dogs. We saw about a 200-pound Great Dane. Then we saw a St. Bernard. The guy was walking his St. Bernard, about a 150-pound dog, big old slobberpuss. Friendly, you could see he was friendly as could be, and not stinky. You know, you pet a dog in the Philippines, your hand stinks for a couple days. And big old friendly guy. And we talked to a little old lady up the street. She had a spaniel, a little overweight, the dog, but very nice. Hey, Gilbert. Yeah, it's tough to open up accounts there. That's for sure. I was lucky when I was at the call center. They opened them because they pay you with a debit, so I did okay with that. But the banks are funny. We were I had an RCB account, and we were traveling from province to province, and we got, I didn't bring enough money. I needed some money. Hey, Peter. And we stopped at an RCB. We were going up to Emus. We stopped at an RPC, and they couldn't help us. They couldn't give us any money. They said, "Oh no, this is a RCB Farmers Bank. It's RCBC. Look, here's the logo. Right? Nope, sorry." So you run into that, and where you open up an account, if you have like a savings and you want to open up an account, you have to go back to that one. Hey, the Ozarks. Hey, Joe. Beautiful place. The Ozarks is beautiful. There was two places I loved in America the best was Smoky Mountains and the Ozarks. I remember when I was young, we used to go to all the different caves, Merrimack Caverns and different ones. Went to a cave where a biplane came out. Hey, Brent. And it did loop-de-loops in this huge cave and landed on the other side. It was amazing. That's how big that cavern was inside the cave. But pretty nice. But yeah, we're just doing the limbo. We went out and this place is going to get torn down next month, so we're finishing out. The fella told us that they're giving away some furniture. We're going to see if we can get the table and that big bureau over there. We got to talk to the lady one of the owners. He talked to her, and she was showing some stuff we could have. And it'd be nice to get this stuff. This table's good and solid. It's like it's commercial. It's not something that you can buy and break easy. We went to a little closeout place the other day, Liquidator, and I'm looking at prices. One thing it had in there was the clothes were good deals, and I noticed when I went in there, 90% of the people in there, excuse me, were on the clothes aisles. It was the whole right side of the store, and it was like a little half aisle. And there was a main walkway over by that side, and beautiful clothes. Columbia wear. I saw a jacket for him. It was too big. Lady said, "We get more of those all the time." The price was good. It was like $15. But when we got over to where a lot of kitchen and tables and dressers and stuff were, dressers in a box, kind of like IKEA. Oh man, we saw a pot set, $90. Beautiful pot set. Just what I'm looking for. The same one was it was like 60, 67, 97 or something at Walmart. Hey, Paulie. Yeah, I talked to my little Dorothy. Their power was out the whole day. We haven't run into anything like that yet. No street lights out. We did see the guys going through here replacing street lights that were out. We noticed a couple when we were walking because we got up in the morning. Yeah, that's for sure. We went we went to this Salvation Army up here, and man, it's unbelievable. A plate, a stinking plate was $3.99, and Maddie was looking at the clothes, and there was moth holes in some of the clothes. We were looking at T-shirts that had big stains on the belly. Yeah, I understand, John. And big prices, $3 for a white shirt that had a logo on it with a big stain on the front, like a grape juice stain. And we saw a lot of clothes with holes, and I was looking at it. The only thing in the entire store that looked like it was any good, and it was $29, was a rocking chair. And it was good and solid yet. It wasn't busted up. The cushions were gone. It was designed for, rocking chair that should have cushions. But the rest of the stuff, like the dressers, and was ratty. They had a bunch of games because we bought a Monopoly game. Maddie's he's pretty good at Monopoly, and we're gonna pick up more games. Pieces missing, and they wanted like $25. We saw a Battleship. I always loved to play Battleship. I'm looking in there, and you could just see Stuff's missing. Don't know if it works. $25, and it's like, I don't think so. But most of the ships were gone. So that wasn't too good of a store. We're going to walk up to the Dollar General today. It's about twice as far as the laundromat was, but we won't have much to carry. Uh, the one girl was telling us that they have games in there. And we've been playing a lot of Monopoly, Frisbee, kickball, football. I'm really surprised at how well Matty took to a football. He's got a good arm. Uh, Me, I had to start throwing left-handed. I'm ambidextrous. I can throw left. Not as good with my left as my right, but I can throw. So I had to switch over because the shoulder. I didn't want to tweak it and make it worse. But it's tough. Oh yeah, there's more stuff around. It's just right now we have the no carb blues. One of my subscribers, really good buddy, he actually went online and looked up the RTA, Regional Transit Authority, and the buses and all that. And they show stuff going right by here. We've been here for well over a week and we have not seen, the only bus we saw was a park and ride, and it's like an express. It comes from a mile the other way, and it goes all the way up like to the freeway and takes you into town. So there's no help there. And we were seeing prices of $2 to $5. So we just walk. We walked a lot anyway when we were in the Philippines. But one thing I noticed in the Philippines, if I'd walk, I could rub like this and just get dirt off the skin, even within 5-6 hours of a shower. Here, none of that. Pretty clean. They did have a little bit of stuff with the air here, supposedly from these forest fires, but these forest fires in Canada that miraculously all started, 450 fires or something, all started at the same time, which is, come on guys. And it did not smell like wood. When that blew this way, we got lucky the first day it came in, and then the wind came from I guess it was the southwest, and pushed it off, so we didn't get too much of that smell. But then we had a cloud cover day and it came back in, and it smelled like plastic. It did not smell like wood burning, and it got pretty hazy just for a day. And Maddie noticed it first when we were walking along the sidewalk. You could see like a little rainbow from the sun. The sun was straight overhead when we were walking, and you could see this little rainbow sheen on the streets and the sidewalk. And what is that they're dumping on the folks? Something. I know they say I got a tinfoil hat, but there's just too much stuff that's coming to light now, and it's, not much we can do about it. But you gotta look at this stuff and just say, my goodness, what are they really doing? Then I just seen that Harris woman get on there and said, oh, if we do this, we do that, hey Larry, how you doing? We'll reduce the population. I mean, she came right out and said it. I mean, these people can't help themselves anymore. It's like the big mastermind criminals in the movies where they always tell you what they're going to do. Me, I've had this little persistent cough, and we were out yesterday. Most of the day, we were out playing and stuff like that. And the air conditioner, we set it at 74, and it did not cycle. It didn't run all day. Yeah, I know. But so we came in, and then we've been going to bed, 7-8 o'clock. That's just our bedtime around here. And it was about 7:30, and Maddie and I, we were finishing up a game of Monopoly, and the air conditioner came on, and with 5 minutes I was coughing. So what I did today is I just shut it off, and it was running this morning a little bit, but it's been so cool. I went ahead and just opened up the door and the windows and just shut the dang thing off. It's really cool outside. The temperature here has been absolutely perfect. Let me see I missed that, guys. Hold on. Larry. Yeah, it's What do we got here? It's 5:20 in the morning here. Yeah, Peter. Yeah, but we did cruise around and we were looking at cars. Somebody said, "Oh, you can get a new one at a low percentage and all this," but when you leave the country like I did, and your credit gets smashed because you're not using it. You know, when I was in California, I didn't use it. I paid cash for everything, and then so I didn't really use credit there. And then when I went to the Philippines, that credit's non-existent. So there you go. Yeah, you're same Central Time, or what is that? Eastern Standard Time, Gilbert. So I didn't use it, and they ran a credit check on the apartment, and I said, well, my score is going to be really low. She said, we're not really looking for that. She said, it doesn't matter. But the guy at the bank, when I went there, he says, we can put overdraft protection on your debit. But then I was looking at it, and the interest was high. I said, no, I'll just pay what, I won't go over. He said, well, if you go over, it's just going to block the payment. And that's okay. That's fine. But we did run into a snafu. I transferred my one direct deposit. It's already done. I actually asked the guy, how long before this is done? He goes, well, it's done. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. All computerized. Did everything needed to do, answered all the security questions, and got that switched, no problem. Well, the California pension, yeah, oh my, I think they're all Filipinos running that down there. She sent me a form I have to fill out. Then I got to fax it into them, and she told me it could take up to 90 days. And that's California. You think they'd be computer ready? You go by the schools and you see an Apple computer in every school. Every desk has one for the kids, and I'm like, and the one pension, boom, it was done on the phone within 10 minutes. And out in California, I got to fax some paper. So I just thought that was kind of odd. But hey, we're doing it. We're jumping through the stuff here, the hoops, you might say, getting things done. And we're in limbo. We went out and looked at cars. There's a Honda dealer here that's got a whole bunch of used cars in the back, and I'm looking at 4-year-old cars. They want 24, 25, 26,000 for them. I did stop by. There was a fella here, nice fella, and he said, "Hey, we're going to go into town. You want to come along?" Yeah, Larry, it is nice. And I said, "Sure. I'd like to look for a car." He said, "Oh yeah, where we're going, there's used car lots." So out on the ring, man, I couldn't believe the used cars. I'm talking about beaters with rust holes, ratty and trash. They went $4,000 for them. The days of when I was young, where you can get a car for $100 are over, guys. That was the big shock here for me, was in the prices. The food's about the same. I didn't think the food was more. Now you can pay more. You got to watch. Like if you go over, we were looking for bacon, and Maddie was digging. You'd see lower prices because it was only 12 ounces. Hey, Jim. And then he found one that was a full pound. He's learning how to read the labels, and it was a maple bacon, a great value brand, great bacon. We divvied it up so we could have 3 days of that. I bought a Sunbeam electric skillet, no Teflon. It's a Silverstone, works great, fantastic. We were going to buy like a electric water pot boiler so I could make the potatoes, and they were too expensive, so we found a deep fryer that's working just fine. And of course, we got a toaster. we bought a vacuum cleaner. And what else? Oh, somebody mentioned about the George Foreman. It just completely went off my mind. And I said, you know what? I'm going to grab one. $17 for you could do 4 little hamburgers or 2 big ones. We made 4 little ones because the bread we got was Italian bread. It was oval like this. So we had hamburgers the other day. We got enough to make some today too. We picked up some steaks. The steaks were fantastic. You could cut them with the fork. I got 2 ribeyes. It was like $15, but they were pretty thick. And if you go by the weight in the Philippines, what we pay for steaks there, about the same. About the same. Some of the stuff is cheaper. We actually found the Filipino mango, the little yellow one, at the store down here, and Maddie was like, "Oh, they're a little bit tart compared to the ones in the Philippines." But we sucked them up already. We're gonna have to go more today. We're gonna go pick up some cantaloupe. They got some nice cantaloupe, avocados, and like I say, I don't think the food prices are too bad. Compared to the Philippines, I'd say it's running about the same. Gas is about the same. I had seen and heard from a subscriber, oh, it's only 179 here. Well, it's a gallon of gas here is 323, and if you convert it to liters, it's about the same. Gas is about the same here. And we've been eating good. I picked up some juice when we were out. That's why the bag got so heavy. We found stores where it was cheaper. Yeah, a turkey sandwich. Well, I'll tell you what, we had some kibasi. Yesterday I fried up some, we had butter, so I fried up I boiled them and I made some potatoes, like hash browns, put some onions in there, and then we had kibasi. And that was our dinner yesterday, and that was great. That was really good. Let's see here. Oh, sorry, I'm missing these. They disappear. Yeah, I used to spend about $1,000 a month on food there in the Philippines. It's just what it costs. We're not going to buy cheap oils and stuff. I made ghee all the time to fry in. I don't want the kids getting hydrogenated vegetable oil and all that crap like that. Not necessary. It's definitely not necessary to eat that garbage. We did fry. We bought eggs, and we're on our second dozen already. Maddie loves eggs for breakfast, and he was a little bit wary of the toast because it's shaped different. We went into the store where they have a bakery, and instead of getting the regular, gypsum board bread, bleached flour, this was natural, more natural. It's got a different color, and he kind of was like, well, I don't know, and I said, oh, come on, have some. And then the other thing we got, I don't usually like to do what do they call it? Too many treats or stuff. But we found some breakfast strudels, so I only 4 in a box. I said, we'll get some of them for him. So he really liked that. Actually, though, the coconut oil too. Anytime you get oil in a bottle, it oxidizes. It doesn't matter. It starts oxidizing, and when you heat it to frying it, it oxidizes even more, and that just causes inflammation in the body. So you have to be careful of oils. We fried the eggs and the fat from the animal, and I make ghee. I can't make it here yet, but when we move, and I do hope that we can get this table and stuff. We don't have anything. First thing we got to do is buy a bed, and this bed right here is what they call a full size. Too small. So we're gonna have to get a good size. I've been pricing mattresses already, and it's gonna. I'm looking for a frame, a box spring, and a king mattress. $500. That's the cheapest I've seen. So just got to do it. No, it doesn't bother me more when I lay down, Paulie. It's dry. It's a dry cough. There's nothing that I can cough up. It's just a dry hack. And yeah, but it still oxidizes though. Read up on that a little bit. But some of the oils they sell, it's just I just won't do it. I'm not taking a chance on that with the inflammation. And I haven't eaten stuff fried in oils for 20 some years, longer. And way in the early 90s I quit. And we can fry everything. We had the hash browns yesterday. They were fantastic. Maddie cleaned his plate. Excuse me, see I'm spilled. It's a dry cough, nothing coming up. Yeah, I know, Jim. The coconut oil is the only oil that will not go rancid. The rest of the oils will go rancid from sitting, and coconut oil won't. So, but we got some good coffee. I bought some tea yesterday. Uh, I like to have a cup of tea. And I got Maddie some juice, and I'm reading the labels. I don't want hydrogenated vegetable oil in anything. We got some real juice here. It's a little more expensive, but actually twice of what the cheap juices are. But that's going in his body. I can't have that. Hey, Michael. See, nothing will come up. This is just. I believe it's from the air conditioner. This cough started in the Philippines. We had the guy come out and clean it, and there was a dead bird in there, even though we weren't using it. And right after we started using the air conditioner, uh, you know, we I ran and started getting a cough. Maddie too. His is all cleared up, but we're not running the air conditioner here anymore. It's been cool. We haven't had really a hot day. When the sun comes out, it's just beautiful here. It's not bad. There's a nice breeze going on. Now I've been in Ohio where you get some really hot summers, but this ain't one of them. I know all around the country the heat's going up. I'm seeing all these crazy temperatures, but I talked to one of my subscribers. They said out in Arizona that it was 118 like this, and he said, I don't know nothing about that. It's about 85 here. So who knows what the news is telling you? They're going to tell you what you're going to hear, and you don't go there, so how would you know? Yeah, yeah, I know Texas was warm. I talked to a fellow from Texas, a subscriber, and he said, yeah, they're really hot. But Texas always was hot. When I was a teenager, I went to stay with my cousins down. I spent a week in Dallas and a week in Houston. And I'm not kidding you. You jumped in this lake. There was water skiing and all kinds of stuff. You jumped in the lake and the water was hot. Shallow lake. But it was. You would walk from your house to the car and get sweaty. You just start dripping. So that was pretty rough there, and that was all the way back in the 70s. So it gets hot in Texas. That's all there is to it. Just like the deserts get hot. And they're saying, well, Spain had these really crazy temperatures. They always got crazy temperatures. Yeah, yeah. It's always when you got asphalt, it's hotter. Here, though, we've been getting, you know, I probably didn't even need the air conditioner. We had it. The guy had it set for 67 when I got here. It was too cold for Maddie and me, so we turned it up to 70. Then I wound up kicking it all the way to 74. We just don't need it. And now I got the windows open. We latch them when we leave. There you go. Yeah, I had that when I was up in the desert in California too. It would get super hot in the day, and then at night the water would freeze. You'd ride your motorcycle to work, and you had to watch out for black ice and ice on the road. Don't know. Usually it evaporates up there real quick, any kind of water, but getting on the highway. I was riding to work with a fellow one day. He was on a Suzuki, and he says, "I'll ride with you into work." And I had my supercharged Harley, and we're coming up to getting on the entrance ramp, and I slowed way down because I'm watching for the ice there. There's always a wet spot there, so I went wide on it. Well, he went to gonna try to get in front of me, I guess, and he high sided. He hit that, started sliding, and then as soon as he was off the ice, them tires he had, them Pirelli tires, gripped, and man, that bike, it was broke. I had to turn around and ride him back to the house. And his bike did flippity floppity. It's a Suzuki, and it wasn't looking good. I said, "Yeah, you gotta watch that." That was the first time he was riding his bike. He goes, "Man, I didn't believe there was ice up here." He didn't get hurt. He was okay. He went off and landed in the grassy area going on the freeway, and it was kind of like a little uphill thing. But you have to be careful. But we're still looking, trying to keep our ears open for a buggy. That's going to be down the road for us. I had a couple offers for vehicles, but it's too far. We can't travel across the country to try to get a buggy. Two subscribers said, "Hey, we got a car. You can have it. Come get it." And I'm like, I wish I could. I really wish I could, but not possible now with our move coming. My daughter's going to be coming back up to visit. She just bought a house, so I'm pretty happy for her, and she'll be moving in the end of August. I got my driver's test when you come from the Philippines. Even though I drove in this country for like 40 years, they found when I gave them my social security number that she go, oh, you haven't driven in Ohio in a long time. She found my Ohio driver's license. She found the PA one. She found the California one. Hey Wes, how you doing, buddy? And I got to take the driver's test like I'm a 15-year-old kid. And I said, yeah, but I drove here, and I passed the test. I missed one because they changed the name of DUI. It said if you get a IPD or IDD or whatever, what are the fines? And it was all of the above. And I'm like, I don't even know what that is, you know. So I got to go. And here's the funny thing: I was in there a couple days ago, and it's all the way to August 30th before I get the first opening for a driver's test. So that just seemed kind of odd to me. Long time. Gotta wait. So, but we'll keep our eyes peeled. Uh, that's for sure. Wes, I'm glad Wes is there. He helped us to get here. He's been a great friend to this family. Just amazing. Wes, hats off to you, brother, for helping us out to get our move done. It made things a lot easier with the help you gave us. I appreciate it. Just amazing. So, but we're doing good. We've got plenty to eat. The reason why they're giving away the furniture is this place is getting tore down. They're going to put a Dunkin' Donuts up. My son was laughing at that. So, but it's a nice motel. We looked and looked and looked, and my goodness, some of them were 1,600 a month for staying. Any of the regular hotels were 180 a night. They're just ridiculous. We found like a resident inn. It was over 2,000. It was real expensive. And then we drove around. We happened to spot this one, and the guy gave us a good deal, $250 a week. And it's clean. There's no bugs. I saw a few gnats and stuff like that, but there's no bugs in here at all. They got screens. It's very clean. There's some Polish people running it. It's like a family are in on this. And the Polish guy was here every day, like doing maintenance and all that stuff. He's just one of the nicest guys you're going to run into. His sister-in-law comes down and she does the beds and all that kind of stuff, sheets and stuff. And he said, yeah, they're going to give away this stuff. They got to get it out of here. So they got a nice mirror here. A good thing to put the TV on this table. I hope I can get that. I would love to have the bed frame. That usually though when you buy a mattress they just say the bed frame's free. I didn't go anywhere for the mattress other than at Levin, and it was very expensive over there for beds. They got a whole section of beds and all these pillow tops, and we're starting over. We need everything. Yeah, Wes, I'll tell you what, it's so quiet here. I said it early when I started. I'm sitting in this room. I can hear. There's a little tiny, like a college room refrigerator. It's got a freezer and a little bottom end. I can hear when it starts. When it starts, it stops. There's no loud motorcycles. We saw a couple. We saw a guy on a Kawasaki with slash pipes, and of course he was acting a fool. It was extremely loud. But most of them, I'm amazed at how quiet the cars are. We were walking down through the park, and you can't hear the motors. I even said it on the vlog. I said you hear the tires. It's so quiet and peaceful here. Hey Scott, how you doing, buddy? But plus, I can't believe the folks. I had one subscriber. I don't know if he's a subscriber, viewer. He said, well, you in the Philippines, you're getting treated like you treat people. Well, I just watch the vlogs. I'm always, hey, how you doing? Nice to everybody. And it doesn't come back sometimes. So here, everybody I talk to, you see a few zombies, you say hi to them, and they're, They got their own thing going. Okay, that's fine. But most people talk to you. We've been in the stores talking to people. Met a fellow at the store. Uh, and I don't know the layout of these stores. And he's walking me around, helping me. Just a hell of a nice fella, my age. And even the folks at Walmart, nice people, help you out. We had one day, it wasn't even a big rain, it was a drizzle. When we went to do the laundry the other day, I thought, oh boy, it's gonna rain. Yeah, but no, it we had a little bit of a mist. Yeah, still got that cough. But it's perfect weather here. We landed in a good place. I can't wait to get in the apartment. And they've got really nice weight room. They got a swimming pool. Be open till Labor Day. And just the management company's real nice. Yeah, I went and got some ginger. I had some ginger tea yesterday. I made some tea, and I had a tea bag of like a detox tea they had, and I boiled the water with the ginger, and I used that water. We were cooking the water in the coffee making pot, and then I just said, we got to buy, and the prices were good. We had been around to all the different stores, and it seems like this drug mart over here has the best. We've been buying distilled water to drink. One of the things, we've got a fantastic shower, and all the hot water you want, lots of pressure, and the water doesn't smell. It doesn't even smell like chlorine. It smells. There's like no smell to it, and it's really nice to get a hot shower and rinse off with a nice cold one. We did that the other day after laundry. We crashed. We were out for a couple hours straight. We woke up at the same time. We've been kind of on it. He was up this morning for a bit, but I said, no, you don't got to get up, buddy. Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah, I'm just, Paulie, I'm just glad we're back. That's all there is to it. I'm amongst my own people again. I've seen a lot of people say, "Oh, well, America's really bad now," blah blah blah. Well, you know something? It's bad everywhere. You know, I just seen that the Filipino president, he's doing that state of emergency. He just put a thing on that he's going to end that, which is a good thing. I'm glad about that, and that's about time. Philippines is the last one, first one to do something, last one to quit. So that's good. I got one buddy here. He's going to be going to the Philippines in October, so he might not have to do all the stuff. Yeah, it's been rainy in the Philippines. I've seen that. No, it's I believe Wes. I believe it's from the air conditioner. Uh, we were out yesterday playing. There's a big grassy field over here, and we got a frisbee. I bought him a kickball. We got the Nerf football, and I'm sore. I'm sore, not from the walking, but from the throwing and all that. And he just wants to be outside all day. And the air conditioner, I had it up to 74, so it did not run. And then about a half hour before we went to bed, it came on, and within minutes I was coughing again. So I just said, heck with it, and shut it off. I'm just not going to use it. We've got a window in the front and one window in the back. Right behind this curtain's a big window. And when I opened it the other day, this curtain was blowing. We had a really good cross breeze going through here. We slept good. I'm actually sleeping the whole night through. Well, we've had a couple nights where it did rain. We got up in the morning, we seen rain, and you don't hear it. It's got an asphalt roof and a big crawl space up there, and you don't hear it. So that's a good thing. It's just the quiet's what's really getting me. It's just so quiet. Yep. Yeah, well, we just got the vacuum cleaner. It was, I know when Maddie was running around in here, um, it was like Pigpen on Peanuts. It was kicking up the stuff. So I said I got to go get a vacuum cleaner, and we went over and found a Bissell. It's the same one they use here, and we pulled everything out. We pulled the table away, and I just ran. And we actually filled up the little thing. It's a HEPA filter job, and we just doing the one section from the TV. I'm talking a thing about maybe 4.5 feet wide where the table was. We put it on the other side. It filled it with just like a sand. It was like a gray sand. We sucked all that up until it quit. We dumped it. Then we moved that stuff back. We turned the bed over on its side. Got underneath there. We pulled the table out where I got the shoes underneath. Did all that. And then we did the other side, and we filled up 3 bins of stuff. Yeah, they allow dogs there at the apartment. It's $50 a month. If you have a dog, it's $50 a month. That's like for an insurance in case they tear anything up. We saw some old timers. They actually got me on the old timer floor. That's why we're waiting. I didn't want to have a balcony. The boy likes to climb. Yeah, we're not gonna mess with the dog right now. I'm not gonna do a dog. I wish I had Shaky. She's just was such a baby. She'd have been perfect, but I just can't have her. Bringing a dog from the Philippines is very restrictive, and but I would have loved to have her. She's my baby. Uh, she perks her ears up when I talk to her on the phone. So, but I hope my sweetie keeps her. But I definitely won't be getting any kind of dog. We're in an apartment, and we're walking everywhere. We're walking. I don't want to leave. Just get a dog to leave in the house. Forget it. Especially a pup. They have a tendency to want to chew stuff when they get bored. So yeah, Paulie, that's pretty cool. Hey Doc, how you doing, buddy? But yeah, we're digging it. It's just I'm back amongst my people, and whether this country's going to hell in the handbasket like they say, um, it seems pretty good to me. It's just this is where I needed to be. The boy loves it. I've asked him a couple times, you want to go back? Hey buddy, he's starting to wake up. You want to come say hi? No, he's still a little bit drowsy. He's shy. He's very shy to everybody. He warmed up to my brother, and then my daughter. He warmed up to her pretty good, and her son. Her son's the kid whisperer. He's my daughter's just she's 6'2", but she's just a tender heart. And her boy seems to me the same. I haven't seen him, my goodness, since I was carrying him when I seen him last time. We went to the mall and I bought him some clothes and stuff, and just carrying him around. He's a big kid. He's 6'15" and 6 feet tall. I didn't get to see him last time, but she's also got a daughter that's the same age as Maddie, and she's a whole head taller than Maddie. That was the first thing her son said. He goes, "Oh, Maddie's so little." I said, "Well, yeah, his mom's tiny, so he's not going to be a monstrously big kid or anything, but he's starting to warm up to the folks here, and my daughter's going to come back and visit. They're going to be going on vacation before they move, and she said she wants to stop in. I said, okay. Yeah, we're getting the it's going to take us a while. If I can get this furniture here, that's going to be a monstrously big help. But we're going to have to buy a bed right off the bat, and that's the first thing. Table and chairs. If we can get this stuff, I'm going to be happy as a lark. Hey, Maddie, could I talk you into making me a coffee? Oh, come on, Bob. I can't get up right now. And you need to drink a little bit of water too, okay? Let's start our day with a nice glass of water. Yeah, we shopped around for the water too. We saw in some stores it was almost $2 for a gallon. We found out Drug Mart here has the cheapest prices, and also my brother told me that there's a store called Mark's. It's a grocery store. It's kind of far from here for me to go to, so we've just been doing Walmart and Drug Mart. It's across the street. Whereas when we get into the apartment, there's a Mark's right up the road. Not too far. I wouldn't even, probably an eighth of a mile. And we're gonna go to Facebook Marketplace. I've already been on there, and it was, I want to get a wagon. I'll have to get a wagon before I get a car, I guess. Learn to walk before you run. But that is the shock with me, though, is the cars. It's just amazing. Clunkers that are, leaking oil. We looked at a couple on the used car lots, and you could just, while I was looking, it was dripping. And I'm looking at these things are spent, and they still want 3-4 grand. We didn't see anything less than like 3,800. You probably could have talked them down a little bit, but I wasn't. I don't have cash. I'm not in the market for it. So, I'm not going to really talk to them about that. Just looking, and they had some nice cars. We saw some really nice Hondas for sale on the used car. They had 180,000 miles on them, but looked in pretty good shape. Not all rusty. The interior wasn't bad. I was looking at. You always look at the pedals too, to see if somebody took care of it. And you could see it was well taken care of. The oil smelled good and all that, but it was like 6,900. And it was in 90s. So let's see. Let's see here. Yeah, Philippines and beyond. Who knows what we're going to wind up with? Careful with that, okay? Mm-hmm. And I got the camera on the tripod. We pulled some of our camera stuff out. Hopefully down the road we'll get a laptop. Yeah, we went through, my goodness, between him and I, we're going through about 1.5 gallons of water a day. I have that tangy tangerine with the 90 minerals and vitamins and all that. We've been drinking one of them a day. I just make a big one, a quart, and we split it. So we want to make sure we don't lose. I only had one day that I sweated here, and that was just on my back from carrying that heavy back sack. And believe me, guys, it was heavy with all them clothes. Coming back, it was lighter though, because they were all dry. Some of them got a little bit wet. Maddie was using them on the bathroom floor to keep from slipping. The tiles here on this bathroom floor are just like the Philippines, slippery as heck. You got to really be careful. But guys, I'm loving the shower. I've been taking 2 showers a day. In the morning when I get up, I took a real nice hot shower this morning, and finished off with cold. Close your pores up, and then at nighttime before I go to bed, we've been taking a hot shower. Maddie too. Love the shower, and just come in during the day too and just take a rinser. The day we got sweaty, we just took a quick rinser, and that was the first thing I did at the apartment. I went in when I was there the other day, and turned on the water, lots of pressure, lots of hot water, and flushed the toilet, and it didn't even go down, so we're pretty happy about that. But my little guy, he's really perking up. He's having fun. We've been taking some huge walks and just stopping in stores and pricing and looking around to see what we can see. The place we're going to move to is only about 4 miles. Today we're going to walk up to the Dollar General, and then we're going to cut over to where the apartment is into the town. I'm going to go to the bank. They got my checks and my debit cards there already. I have to get them to sign the paper. I got a fax. The apartment lady said she'll fax it. She printed it out for me. She says, I'll fax it for you. And it's right up the road. So we got a big walk. And if there is a bus that we can catch, we're going to catch it. I didn't see any bus stops from here all the way down past the freeway. And like I say, I'm seeing the RTA buses. They have one in Berea for like an old timers bus. You can call them. It was a couple bucks. You know, I think it was $2 for seniors. They take you to the store. They sit there and wait for you to do your shopping. They wait till they get a few people. It's like a big van. So, you know, we might try that. It depends. If I get a wagon, we like to walk, huh, buddy? Yeah, he's shaking his head. Yeah. But, yeah, we did a lot. The vacuum cleaner's got a nice hose on it, too. We sucked just dust off of everything, the top of the door. We ran it through the curtains. And, you know, it's a motel room. You know, it's just the way it is here. But we're liking it. We got a lot more stuff than when we came, that's for sure. My brother's going to bring us over on the 1st. He's going to pick us up in the morning, and we'll load all this in his big truck. Well, I haven't seen it. Sounds good. Getting to the I don't. August. We'll see you the. I don't know what that means, Doc. But getting in the apartment, that's going to be the big thing. It's right on the park. Lots of stuff to do over there. Seems like a lot of these towns. This town here had a big get together last weekend. We didn't make it. But we'll be doing stuff like that. A lot of stuff to do locally. But our big thing is just getting the apartment set up. And I brought some silverware and some knives and stuff, so we'll be good on that for kitchen stuff. And we got some electrical appliances. The one nice thing about this apartment, the heat's paid. You've got your, I don't have to worry about a big heating bill. And we've got, the only bill we'll have is electric. I have to call tomorrow and have them do the electric. She said call the number, give them your social security number, tell them the address and the thing. They know us down there, and have it turned on the 1st. And I said, yeah, not a problem. I'll do that Monday. I had the number, and every time I called it, it would go to a sales thing. They wanted to sell me insurance or something, and I'm like, it's the electric company. Well, then when I went back to the place, she says, oh, I tried that number too, it doesn't work. You have to put a 1 in front, because it's a 1888 number. And she says, if you put the 1 in front of it, so that's why we're going to do it Monday. And but online, you can find a lot of stuff online here. And I was seeing, I saw a couple dressers. They're gone already. It was on Facebook Marketplace. They sold, the lady wanted $20 a piece. So yeah, Wes, it's well, for me it was long past time to go. It just needed to get out. Actually, you don't have to worry about stepping in a hole here. You don't see any nasty mangy dogs. You don't have to dodge poo. I was really amazed. Everybody I saw, the first guy we saw just had plastic bread bags, and as soon as his dog took a poo-poo, he picked it up, tied it up. You don't see garbage anywhere. Right up the road here, there's a sign along the highway, and it's kind of like in between the highway and the sidewalk. First fine was $80 for littering. So, they just, it's not done here. And we saw a little bit around the store, but that's probably from the guys unloading trucks and stuff, labels. Maddie even picked up, we saw some garbage. He picked it up, took it to the garbage can. And he's being pretty neat. In the apartment here, or the motel, I said, you have to put everything back where it is or we won't find it. And he's getting really good at, if he uses a pen, he puts it back in the little cup we got for the pens. His paper's all going. He's got his games all in his certain spot. And doing good. We don't got all the clothes out. We just got a couple drawers full. That'll be enough. And we dress up when we go out. Now I got this on now, but we put on a nice shirt, nice pants, and man, we're walking. We've seen a lot of cops patrolling around. The one thing, let's see, cooking. Yeah, there's at the with the fire code at the apartment. There's no any kind of grills, even electric grill, on the balconies, and you can go out in the parking lot if you want to grill. Just go right out back. That's no problem. There's a place right along the fence with a big berm of grass, and we could if we decide to get like a hibachi or something. But no barbecue grills. The place is it's not a big apartment, but it's nice. The bedroom's good sized. Uh, Easily put a king size with plenty of room. It's not like the Philippines where the rooms are super tiny, 10 by 10. This one was 12 by 15, which is that's a good size room. Okay, yeah, we're worried about that kind of cooking. We really got to budget our money for stuff. I know people say, "Oh, get this, get that," and yeah, that's all nice if you got the money. We're uh, we're just gonna have to really budget. Can you make me a coffee, bub? Drink some water first. I filled up the black cup with water. Okay, so have yourself a good drink. We always start our day with a big glass of water. And like I say, we're going through it. We're going through a gallon and a half a day. And that's heavy to carry. Yeah, I know. Gilbert, it's funny, but this is just really nice, and I like we're on the first floor. We're still Tabo guys, uh, and just loving it here. I feel better already. I still got this little persistent cough, but generally I feel a heck of a lot better. I'm sore from doing all the throwing and all that, but I'm not. It's not like something that's lingering for days and days. When the first day we threw the football for like 2 hours, he did not want to go back in the motel room. He wanted to be out in the sun and throw that football, and he's throwing some nice spirals. He's throwing them right to me. It's good size for him. We found a deal on that. We were seeing them for cheapest one was $10.99, and we got that one there, but it's got a little nick in it, so it was on the closeout. Okay, we don't care. We're gonna put nicks in it anyway. But I like that big grassy area. Maddie got to see a groundhog, and we saw a deer. We got up early the other morning. We were up at about 4, and I said, he wanted to go for a big walk. And it was just fantastic how quiet it was. And we went way up the road, and we crossed the street, and we came back, and we were going by a car wash, and he's, "Dad, look, there's a deer." And she was just standing there looking at us, and we got up to within about maybe 20 yards, and she didn't run away. She just went back into the woods there. A lot of wooded areas here. And I was talking to one of the old ladies. She said, the deer there, you put out nice shrubs and they come and eat them. I said, well, yeah. But we talked to a lady that was here since 1959, and she knows everything that's going on here. So we chatted with her for about a half an hour. Old timer, walking her little spaniel dog. We've seen her 3 or 4 times. Very friendly, nice, just a super nice lady. We enjoyed having the chat with her. And Maddie, he's just I think he's in shock about a lot of the things here compared to where he was born. How about you want to put a little bit of water on there and turn it on for me? I'm ready for a cup. You can help me out. I cooked you food. He actually did. He actually did the potatoes and kielbasa yesterday. You were cooking, so he was in there helping, and he's all for helping. I really liked when we were doing the laundry. He was throwing all the colors in the one side. You know how to not to mix the clothes so they don't turn red, huh? And we kept his real nice button-down shirt out and when we're setting the sink, because we had some red T-shirts and we didn't want to turn his nice shirt pink, so we had all the whites separated. And I just do them in the sink. I got a little bit of soap here. The other thing that's really amazing here is also like the dish soap. They had a 2-for-1 on Dawn, and it's amazing how just a tiny little bit. In the Philippines, you're putting a big squirt, and it's like it's diluted. Here, you put a little bit of Dawn in there, and you got bubbles out the wazoo. So just the little tiny things, the little tiny things that I'm picking up and noticing. I knew about it before, but you take it for granted. You just sit back and you say, oh well, that's just the way it is. But when you lose that kind of stuff and you come back after almost 11 years, you start appreciating these little tiny things, and that's what I'm digging. But how much yogurt we got left, buddy? We're gonna get some. One of the odd things that happened at the store the other day. Okay, we picked up some.
Yogurt.
We picked up some. What do you call it? Relish. It was 2 for 1, 2 for $3, and then ketchup and mustard and stuff like that to make hot dogs and things like that. And kibasi we've been buying, and I took it up. I just got one. I thought, okay, it's gonna be $1.50, and the lady said no. She said, you have to buy 2, or she was going to charge me $3, and I'm like, really? And she goes, yep. I guess they wanted to clear the shelves. So let me see who we got there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's these little tiny things, and the boys noticing a lot of stuff. We went out. We had some bread that we couldn't finish. Maddie wasn't liking it. It was like a careful. Don't shake that, okay? Because it might slide down and knock it down, so I wouldn't touch it, okay? I got this on the tripod. But so we fed the birds, and we had the fella here, this Greg guy, Polish fella, he came banging on the door the other night and brought us dinner. We had what, chicken? We had chicken and yams and beans and corn. He brought us each a big tray of food. I was like, wow, that was really cool. So we didn't have to cook then, but he got like the little chicken pieces, and I got the little like chicken planks, and I'll tell you what, that was so damn hot. I got the spicy one, and boy, it was hot. So that didn't help the cough any at all. Yeah, a lot of things are just diluted. When I was here before, I always liked the Dawn. I liked the Tide soap, and this is the one for the front loader. And you just put a little tiny bit. It says it's good for 64 washes. So right on the label. I hated carrying that big heavy thing all the way to Laundromat, but it's like $3 for one load for the soap at the Laundromat, and it's powder. And I just said, nah, well, I have to get it. I wasn't going to buy the small bottle and pay almost the same price for the small one. So, but we got the Tide OxyClean, and it did clean everything. I got some of that. I had a couple stains. I had coffee stains on my white shirt, drinking coffee, and of course, I dribble. But I got some of that spray. I forget the name of it. I'd have to go over there and look, and I put a little shot of that on. Everything came out clean and smelling good. And then those dryers over there, 25 cents for 5 minutes, and then all the shirts, t-shirts, our button-down shirts, and all that stuff was completely dry in one cycle, but the jeans and the whites and socks and all that, we had to put 2 on. But while we were folding the one and putting it in the bag, that one was still dry. And as soon as we were done, poof, it was perfect timing. We left at 7. We got back at, it was after 11. Pretty good walk. It was a pretty far walk. I think it took us over half an hour to walk it. And of course, when you get down by the freeway, no sidewalks. And there were guys mowing, but they were pretty cool. We can't believe how many people are just waving, hey, how you doing? The fellow that was running the mower, he stopped, and he was talking to me, hey, little man, how you doing, buddy? And I like that. I just, that's how I've always been, and running in some nice guys. And nice. I do note, one thing I did notice here, I guess it was in June, they passed a law here where you can carry concealed or open carry without any kind of permits or anything, which I believe is a good thing. And we were in Walmart, and I couldn't believe how many women were packing. They're wearing light clothes now because it's summer, and they had their gun on their hip, and when they were, one lady was reaching for something, and it just pulled up, and there's your piece. She had a small automatic in there, and we saw, I would say half the people were packing. I know what to look for. Yeah, Lazada. That's where we shopped, Pete. That's for sure. But yeah, everybody's packing, and we'll get one down the road. The only reason you would get a permit is if you're going to leave the state. Then they reciprocate on all the states around here. So, and the permits are cheap. My brother said, don't go to Cuyahoga County. It takes forever. He says, we'll zip you over to Lorain County, and that's down the road. Yeah, and also there's no waiting period. You go in to buy a pistol, you take it home you pay your money, you do your forms, and you take it home that day. So we're gonna look around. I'm a Ruger wheel gun guy, so we'll pick up something. And my one brother goes to a lot of gun shows. He's turned into quite the gun nut. He's getting ready to retire here pretty soon. He can retire on September 1st. But he's got some vacation days and stuff to use up, so that'll be cool. Everybody's retiring. I'm the youngest of the family, so everybody's kind of done with the working thing, and that's all I wanted. Being retired is just some peace and quiet instead of all the turmoil, and it seems like we're hitting it. I did notice at the apartment there a lot of people were coming in and out while we were there to do the lease the other day. It took a long time because the girl had to get up and help them, but everybody was super friendly. Like I say, we're on the first floor. We don't have to worry about Maddie falling off the balcony, and I would have just barred the door. But a lot of older folks, very friendly. They got a really nice lounge. The one lady comes out with her walker and sits on the lounge. We've seen her every day we've been there. Very friendly. Oh, you're moving in. Oh, it's going to be nice to have a little guy around. And Maddie's quiet. He's not being a fuss at all. He's being a perfect kid. He's not really doing anything. He's got to learn, just to put things back and not throw any garbage on the ground. And now he's to the point where he even picking it up and throwing it in the basket when he sees it. So I was like, oh, cool. So he's just a joy to have. That's my little shadow. And we have some pretty good walks, don't we, Bub? And once we get in the apartment, after we start getting settled, we'll be going around to the different stuff. He's going to see his first winter here. We're going to keep watching that store over there because we saw that Columbia. It's like a warm jacket, but it's layered. It's got a liner that goes in it if it's real cold. Then it's got the jacket, and then it's got like a rain jacket thing that goes over the top. And it was only $15, but it was way too big for him. It was about 2 sizes too big. And I told the girl, you gonna get any more of these? She, oh, we get those all the time. And they're triple stitched. Really, that Columbia, I believe it was called Columbia Outfitters or something it's called. And I just was looking at the quality. I did notice even at the drug mart, the shirts and stuff, they're stitched well. You don't see any single stitching on collars or anything. It's all double or triple stitching. $2.99 for a big t-shirt, like a logo t-shirt. Here, the big thing is football. The TV, when you put on the local news here, that's all they're talking about is the football. And one of the guys got kicked off the team because he's a bonehead, and it's just all. And I'm not big into the football myself. I'm just not. But they are here. This is like a football town. So, well, we're doing okay. I'm not going to run too much longer. We've already been about an hour and 15 minutes. So, just letting you guys know what's going on. Glad you guys stopped in. And I'm going to go ahead and end this. You want to say bye? Oh, come on. Put your smiling face in the camera for just a minute. Yeah, he's being shy guy right now. He's over there grinning at me. No. Yeah, I hear you over there. He's been nothing but grins since we've been here. I'm so happy that my wife let him come. It was up to her. So, all right, Gilbert.
They decide
Oh,
no,
there you
and
put
they
his
walk
TV up. Turn
away,
it down.
and they absolutely waste their life.
So, yeah, we were watching one of
Adversity
them
is not
religious
always
shows.
bad.
A little more. It's a
And
little too loud.
adversity,
Oh, that's real quiet. But yeah. Yeah, I did talk to some people here too, and it seems here you do have a lot of religious folks, like the one guy was going, yeah, buddy, uh, praise the Lord. Can you come and say rickshaw out for us? Oh yeah, they're even requesting it. Come on, bub, show your beautiful face on the camera. Let's see that big smile. Oh, come on, shy guy. He's being like ultra shy here. He kind of hid behind me when he first met his uncle, and in the back seat hiding on the floor. And then when my daughter came, he was hiding from her. But he warmed up to her real quick. She works at the school, so yeah, come on, Maddie. Everybody's saying, come on over. Just come on. Look, they're saying, come on. One time, I'll tell you what. I don't know if we're going to be able to play Monopoly if you can't say hi. You don't want to play Monopoly today? He's good at that. He's good at Monopoly, that's for sure. And we've been playing cards, kind of like Crazy Eights and stuff. What else have we been playing? We're gonna see if the girl told us at the apartment that I don't know if there's a Dollar General and a Dollar Bargain. I don't know which one she meant. I didn't think to ask. I didn't know there was two close together. But she said, oh, they got lots of games in there. Brand new games. She said the prices are great. She said the one store, everything's $1. But she said the other one, it can be $4, $5, $6, $7, $8, $9, $10, or $99, $99, $2.99. And if I can pick up some more board games, maybe after we get there, because it's closer to the apartment than it is from here. But we're going to walk up today. I've been giving him all the change. Every day that he's being good, I told him you can have all the change from when we go to the store. He's up to $11, and I think he wants to go get like a throwing ball, like a rubber baseball or something. And we're gonna get that, and we're gonna start doing all the stuff dad and young sons do. You know, I got my job here is to turn him into a little man. You know, that's my goal right now. I'm not thinking of doing anything else. Come on. Oh, don't bump it. Please don't bump it. Come on. He's right behind the camera, and he's not coming over. He's grinning at me and being a silly goose. What do you want for breakfast? More of them sausage? He's hooked on these Jimmy Dean sausage. We get a pack, and we can split a pack in half, and come on over here. Give me my hug. You didn't even give me my hug this morning. Oh, come on. We're not going to go until you come and say, rickshaw out.
Go where?
Come on. Because I'm going to end this up pretty soon. We had a lot of people coming to visit. Okay, come here, handsome. There's my little handsome guy. There he is. Show that big, beautiful smile of yours, Mr. Shy Guy. Yeah. You like it here? No. No. No, he hates it here. I'm gonna put him on a plane and send him back. Uh-huh. You like no dog poop? Wasn't it funny when they were picking up the dog poop? Yeah, he's my beautiful boy, and I'm so glad I got him. He'd have been lost because he's the one who, if I go somewhere, he's got to come. I don't care. If I wake up at 2:30 in the morning, go for a walk, he's popping up. Either I don't take him, he says, "Why didn't you take me?" Or he pops up and goes with me, then goes back to sleep. Because I was getting up early. Hard to sleep, especially if it rained there, because of the tin roof. They never told us there was an insulation package, and so it's just extremely loud. I actually was doing a vlog up in the bedroom when it rained, and when I played it back, you could barely hear me. It was like it was a jet engine running. It was so loud. And here, the main thing that's getting me is the quiet. It's just like at nighttime. There's hardly any cars on the main road. You walk out we saw a lot of Harleys, but most of them weren't loud. We saw one Harley that was kind of loud. It wasn't super loud. It had some aftermarket Screaming Eagle pipes, but it was not super loud. The only bike we saw was a Kawasaki 1000, and he had like slashers on there, and it was just ridiculous. And of course, he was an egghead. He's racing this thing all around in a tank top and shorts and tennis shoes, no helmet. There's no helmet law here in this state. And I brought helmets with us because I'm hoping to get a bike. Might even get a bike before a car. I know it's not as useful, but at least we can get around and go and do stuff. And we can always put something to carry it. I like to set him in the front, and that's okay here. That way he's cradled in my arms, and then I could have the backpack on there. Yeah, Peter. Yeah, we gotta get a recording of some roosters, somebody. Yeah, we don't miss the howling dogs or the roosters or anything. We did have one street we walked down where some little dogs were barking us. Hey, Mark, how you doing, buddy? We're almost getting ready to end it, but we'll stick around a few more minutes anyway. But my little guy right here, you dig it? Yeah. You're my precious boy, aren't you? You gonna get a bath this morning? A nice hot shower? You're good? Okay. We don't have to yet. Hey, Bungo Bob. Yeah. This one here, he's my little gem. After we get done, we're gonna make us a nice breakfast. We've got some eggs. I didn't think the eggs were too expensive here. There's the real cheap ones, but we picked up some organic eggs. I made a half a dozen of hard-boiled eggs, and then we all for snacks during the day, and then we have a couple eggs in the morning. And he's heck, like I say, he's heck for that Jimmy Dean sausage, and I like them. I always like that. Actually, we didn't get Jimmy Dean this time. We got Bob Evans, right? It was like $1 cheaper. And like I say, we're really watching the money. We don't want to get the apartment. We have to get first thing I'm going to buy is a bed. We have to get a bed. I hope we get the table and bureau and all this kind of stuff, and the nightstand. I really do. That'll be nice. But the bed is going to be the first one, and we definitely need a bigger one. Huh, Maddie? We're kind of bumping into each other at nighttime, huh? He's over there grinning. I wake up, he's got his feet in my face. Have some water. I got it in the black cup over there. Yeah, he's being a silly guy. But we got cable here. He's got the Cartoon Network, so he's a happy camper. We haven't been watching too much, but in the evenings, and we played. My goodness, we played Monopoly so many times it isn't funny. And he's getting really good. He had some hotels. He killed me the other day because every time I went around, I landed on his hotel, and he'd be going, roll a three, and I'm like, oh, I roll a 3, I'm screwed. And dang if I didn't roll a 3 and landed right on his hotel, $450, and then before you know it, I was out of money. So he got me good on that one, huh? He's over there grinning, but he played with his. It's funny, my nephew. Logan, he says I got to get my head wrapped around that he's my uncle. And Maddie's his uncle, 8 years old. He's 15, but boy, what a sweet kid. They were here for a couple hours. She took me around. Him and Maddie stayed and played Monopoly and stuff like that. And we took off, went down to the Lee's. She drove me all around, which was really sweet of her. She's got a super nice car. It's a Ford EcoBoost. It's a loaded one, and it has the big screen up on the dash. And she just hit the button and you talk to it, and she put the address into the place, and turn by turn, it tells you faster route or less traffic route or whatever, and it had a bunch of different things. So she said, just get us here, and we zipped right over there in no time. It's 4 miles from here, and beautiful town. We're gonna do a vlog of the town when we get there. I hope it's not like these auditors where people say you can't film in public and call the police on me. But we're gonna walk around with the camera. My camera's not so big; it's not as noticeable. I got a little extension. Of course, it's it's only this big, and we want to do one of the town and shops and stuff. It's a beautiful old town. They preserve all the old houses and buildings. Some of these houses they got people moved out. The city bought them and made them like a heritage site, fixed them all up. Some beautiful, beautiful houses from early 1700s that were built here. And the other thing I noticed, everywhere we go around here, the lawns are really nice. Even a bad lawn is nice. And people are picking up. Maddie's seen some garbage blown on somebody's lawn, picked it up. We're gonna take it to the garbage can. So I was happy to see that. Let's see, but yeah, hopefully we don't have to do laundry again before we move. It's not, we're not getting too sweaty, and like pants and stuff like that. I don't like the idea that you wear pants one day and then you throw them in the laundry. It just tears them up, and we'll wear them a couple of days, as long as we're not sweating in them. And we really, one day we had a little bit of sweat. Maddie hasn't been sweating at all. It's really good. I haven't seen any White Castle around here, Paulie. Yeah, we saw people riding or pushing lawnmowers and stuff. Maddie was like, "Oh, Dad, it's a Honda." Remember we saw a Honda mower? That's cool, huh? No. Lady was mowing her lawn. Just nice. There he is. You want to come in? Come on. You can sit up a little higher. Sit up here. There's my boy. That's my big handsome boy, huh? Oh. You like it here, huh? Mm-hmm. Did you like that big dog we saw? And the spaniel? Mm-hmm. That was a nice puppy. I like it that dogs are coming up you wagging their tail, just wanting petted, and they don't stink. We petted that one, and then we were walking away. I smelled my fingers, and it's no smell. They bathe them. They really take good care of their dogs around here, and hate to see them when they're running loose. We did see that Great Dane was loose, and he just got out. So, all right, Paulie, you take care, buddy. And we're gonna do the same. You want to do the honors for me?
Rickshaw out.
Rickshaw out. Okay, guys, it was nice chit-chatting with you, and keep giving you an update of what's going on. And thanks again, Wes, and everybody else for the prayers and the well-wishing. We basically had a soft landing. That's something I was praying for, that we could get here and it wasn't going to be rough. And the first day we thought, oh man, with the prices of everything, it was going to eat up all my money. And we found this place, and we've got plenty to eat, and we still got cash in our pockets. So, that's a really good thing. So, you guys take care, and we're going to go out. We'll see you.